going home and say, we've got to win at the Africa Cup. These two sides will leave it on the court as they fight for their campaign with a victory. With a final chance to shine expected and a spirited contest from both to finish. Alongside me, I've got Nelly.
That's right, Dimi. Kenya and Eswatini might not have had the tournament that they hoped for, but tonight offers a chance to end on a high note. The energy here in the Dome is electric, and the fans are ready for another exciting clash. Both teams know what's at stake, and with nothing to lose, we shall see how fearless netball is.
Definitely. So this competition is proudly brought to you by Deb Marine, the main sponsor. We appreciate their contribution to Namibian netball, and they have been the growth here within Namibia, and them sponsoring this tournament made it possible to bring this competition on home soil.
That is true. Deb Marine definitely has been behind netball and Netball Namibia at large, and for that we're very, very grateful and appreciate every effort that they have done for this beautiful, beautiful, lovely sport. My name is Nelly, and I am joined by Dimitri.
Yes, this venue right here is the most beautiful venue you can find here in Namibia. Definitely the Dome is a top-of-the-art facility. And we are very grateful for being able to host the Africa Cup here. The first lineup,
Yes, as introduced, it's Kenya, and they will be facing Eswatini. Kenya's lineup: GK, we have Jacqueline. GD, we have Perrine. Wing defense, Teresa. Center, we have Elsa. Wing attack, they're taken by Irene. Helen with GA, with her goal shooter Delilah, and this is under the coachmanship of Mugisha Ali.
Exciting stuff there. The Kenyan lineup, but definitely a strong lineup, and they are definitely here to compete. Today they are in their white with the green and red.
Very, very noticeable there. And we move over to the Eswatini team list. GK taken there by Lindelwa, GD Silinzile. Wing defense Mukelo. Center there by Nomkebo. Wing attack by Sebile. And Kami taking the goal attack, and Vuyizile taking goal shooter, and with coachmanship there by Mayisela. And
Yes,
ladies and gentlemen,
head coach there of that is Eswatini. Eswatini today in the red and white stripes there in your shot there. Looks like they're ready to rumble right now.
of course, I believe both teams are definitely ready to rumble, and it's just a matter of minutes before we get started. And of course, our match officials, they will be introduced to you momentarily. There you have them on your screen. And of course, we have Salome, South Africa, Tuto, another South African, very, very lovely umpire there, and Casual Plumber from England. These will be your match officials for this game.
Yes, and as you said, we are ready to rumble. You know, in boxing, when they say ready to rumble, you know you're about to get a whipping.
Gloves on, and you know.
So I wonder who's going to take the whipping here.
Of course, it is definitely the 7th and 8th position.
Yes, 7th and 8th
that's what we're battling for today.
As well as
right
rankings.
now. And as well as rankings, let's not forget about that important fact there. It is the first whistle, and
we are underway, yes. We are underway with the 7th and 8th place playoff. Kenya gets the early center pass, and looks like they want to establish dominance. Their shooters are positioning themselves very well. But it looks like Eswatini's defenders are stepping up to disrupt their flow.
Lovely, lovely through pass there to the GS, who comfortably makes it the first goal for this game, bringing Kenya 1-0. Eswatini on the attack. Beautiful, beautiful play there by Eswatini's wing attack. That is Sabile. Beautifully passing it over there to Nkabi as they do score that to 1-0. Now, both teams look determined in these opening minutes. Eswatini is pushing hard with quick passes through the midcourt, while Eswatini's captain is leading by example, rallying her team to stay in the contest.
Well, the ball is with Kenya, and it is an Eswatini throw in, a mistake, early mistake already there by Kenya. They need to make sure they stay in this contest. Such mistakes will cost you at the end of the day.
At this stage, you do not want to make any mistakes. However, we are human. Those will definitely be inevitable. But another mistake there from Eswatini. You think Kenya will successfully convert this one?
It seems to me they're trying to find each other. It's still very scrappy end to end. But definitely it's still early. You know, you need to get the rhythm of the game before you actually get in the game. Some teams can actually kick off the game with.
That's what I was going to say. A lot of sometimes they expected to warm up to the game, while warm up actually starts at warm up. The game starts at warm up actually. So one would think they come in the guns blazing, full force. But of course we are different, and of course teams they really do play differently. Some pick up, others just start and slow down. But we definitely are excited to see what this game brings forth.
So basically these two teams are diesel engines. They need to warm up, and then eventually they get the speed and power eventually. But right now the score is 2-1 in favor of Kenya. Eswatini trailing there by 1, but it is their center pass.
Of course, it looks like it's going to be a goal-to-goal kind of game.
And another turnover there.
Eswatini being very, very reckless there with the attackers, and Kenya trying to capitalize on this opportunity.
For those that have joined us, we are live on NBC Sports. We are at the Dome. It is the Africa Netball Cup 2024 edition here in SWAKOPMUND in Namibia. If you're at home and you wonder where the games are, they're at the Dome. Tomorrow, big matches lined up. So if you haven't seen the matches live here at SWAKOPMUND, you can still make it tomorrow for the big final.
Of course, you still have time to redeem your absence here. It is day 5, and tomorrow will definitely be the deciding day for the teams that have made it through to the quarters, to the semi-finals, and battling it out in the finals as well. It is 3-1. Kenya showing some dominancy here as far as goals are concerned. Avoiding those mistakes there from the Kenyan side and capitalizing on turnovers. I think Kenya is in a good position now, but it is again too early with just over 11 minutes to spare in this quarter.
Yes, definitely. Kenya came out guns blazing. As the quarter progresses, it seems Kenya is gaining momentum, but Eswatini is still refusing to back down. And evenly matched open quarter here. They're setting the tone for what could be a nail-biting finish at the end.
Of course, again, Eswatini losing that one there to Kenya, and Kenya is back on the attack. Eswatini really somewhat allowing the Kenyans' attacks to actually make it through. Lovely, lovely tap there from the goalkeeper there of Eswatini, but Kenya is still in the play.
Good support play there by the midcourt of Kenya that is in your shot. It's good to see how netball has progressed in Kenya over the years, and they are starting to emerge as a powerhouse for the future.
That's lovely to see. Takes a leap of faith and misses that one, and it is definitely a throw in there for Kenya.
Jacqueline there thinking it's her throw in. Unfortunately not her ball. Still Kenya's ball.
Penalty awarded there, and of course Kenya's G as Wiesel, sorry, my bad. Delilah actually takes that one and sinks it in. Delilah, quite a very comfortable athlete under the pole, very useful under the pole, as well as she's not quite the shortest shooter.
No, she's got good height.
She's got good height, yeah. And of course she tries to make use of that height.
Previous match, very exciting match that happened here.
Oh yes,
Namibia and Zambia.
Lighting these courts on fire. It was a very, very well anticipated game, especially for the hosts that has come in numbers to support, and of course Namibia took victory of that, and congratulations to them taking the 5th place, and Zambia settling for the 6th place.
So here they're deciding for an 7th and 8th position, and as well as ranking points. So it's still a contest that is very important to the competition.
Of course, and both teams really need to bring their A game to make sure that indeed they can actually improve in every way that they possibly can. ESWATINI bringing that score to 6-2.
So the viewers out there, we are live on MBC Sports, and we are having the match here, the 7th and 8th place playoff between Kenya and ESWATINI. Kenya leading ESWATINI 6-2. It is the first quarter. Still a lot of time, though, for ESWATINI to get back into this match.
There is plenty of time. I mean, it's just over 8 minutes. And like you've mentioned earlier, Dimi, it just takes 5 minutes to turn this game around. So there's plenty of time and a lot of quarters to still go. It is definitely early in the game to make the determining factor.
Yes, and remember the twins that are part of the ESWATINI team. I think they have also been fielded.
That's right.
You have Zibanze, Sibile, and Zibanze
Nomkebo. Yes, that's right. And they are currently the mid-court there. I mean, as we were discussing yesterday, it's such a privilege to actually have siblings there. I mean, the connect is already
not
there
even
at home.
siblings, for that matter. Twins.
The twins.
From your rib, as they say.
Yes, definitely an advantage there, and I think making it to the national team must be one proud of a moment
But
to
just
Mama and Papa.
remember that if you have twins, unfortunately, they don't play without the other one.
So we can't remove one and keep the other one in?
No, you don't do that.
Oh.
You break the connection.
Wow, that's very interesting to know.
Yes.
Of course, battling there in the center third, it is ESWATINI on the attack. Center pushing a little bit there.
And for your information, the ESWATINI team, a brand new team, debut team for ESWATINI. Almost the whole entire team is a new selected team.
I believe they've been off the courts for some time, and what a comeback from them that they had to fight for this lovely position, and obviously working on their ranking as well. ESWATINI yet to win a game in this tournament?
Yes, and remember last year they beat Zimbabwe at the African Cup, the biggest upset of 2023 Africa Cup in Zimbabwe, in Botswana.
In Botswana, that's right. But be as it may, they are out here battling it over with Kenya, and it is 8-3, Kenya in the lead. Lovely feed there from Nokembo to the GA Kami, and a penalty is awarded under the ESWATINI post, and of course the GS takes it, sinks it in there lovely, bringing the score to 8-4. And Kenya definitely giving those high elevations there with very high passes.
The wing defense, Doreen Onyango, towering wing defense there for Kenya.
That will be Teresa.
Is that Teresa?
Yes.
Oton.
And Kenya really
even the goal defense, Parina Simuya, as well as the goalkeeper Jacqueline Owaro, is also really tall in that circle. Kenya seems to have the height there in the circle.
Kenya definitely does have the height there. I mean, we do expect that, as it is one of the nations with really tall people.
Well, you can't have Mount Kilimanjaro and you have short people. The highest mountain in Africa.
In
then
Africa,
you have
that's
short
right.
people. So they complement the
definitely
environment
complementary as well.
Yes.
I
But
agree with that.
did you see the guys though?
Ooh, skyscrapers.
Skyscrapers, like I was saying
Quite
yesterday.
tall. Quite tall. But it is needed. I understand they do use, or some teams uses basketball players to actually play netball. Not far-fetched from, one another, but I mean, you do need the height when it comes to such sports.
But today, Zambia gave Namibia a run for their money, despite not being so tall. So even ESWATINI, not the tallest team in the tournament, but very feisty, and they have a lot of spirit and heart.
Of course, 10-5, 5-goal difference. Eswatini trailing right behind Kenya. Eswatini currently in the goal third, trying to move that ball to the shooters. A lot of movement in the circle. A lot of contesting there. Lovely come out there from the GN Kami, who takes it and sinks it in for Eswatini.
Silinzile there of Eswatini does a lot of work there, the goal defense, and she's been putting pressure on the goal attack of Kenya, and it's making life very difficult. Helen Sinoya. So Helen Sinoya has been a lot of pressure by Silinzile.
A lovely, lovely save there from the wing attack. She takes it again, misses that one because, of course, an infringement was called. Takes a penalty closer, right under the pole, and she sinks it in there for Kenya.
You see, the problem with standing under the pole is you underestimate, and it looks way lower than it actually is when you stand under the pole. And for that reason, a lot of the shooters actually is not able to take that shot because they feel it's just here, it's not that hard.
That's right. I think it's the illusion of it's closer to you, and then I mean you don't have to really walk as much, but I mean you need to be accurate and really not underestimate the height of the pole. It could actually be length, especially
you can see
if
the
you are
bench
not
there of Kenya
already
starting to script Nelly. Sorry to break in there, and it looks like they already are planning, cooking up something there for this match. The bench of Kenya under the leadership of Ali.
That's right, and it's just under 2 minutes to go. I think whatever changes that could be done at this moment would actually be done so, or otherwise wait for this quarter to end to make those necessary changes. What a battle there for a ball.
So 2 minutes to go in this quarter. Not a lot of time left anymore, and Eswatini is crawling back into the match. Kenya is still leading though, 11-7.
Long ball there. A lovely attempt there from the wing to fence Eswatini.
The way Delilah is just positioning herself there in the circle, trying to find the space and trying to close off the space behind the defender.
With her arms in the air indicating that I'm ready to elevate for that ball. Yes, she's really begging for that ball, but I think the attackers around her just feel a bit uncomfortable feeding her that ball with her goalkeeper right on top of her.
She's underestimating Dlamini. Obviously, Lindelwa and Dlamini.
That's her GK.
Yes, she is. I'm talking about the goal shooter now for
Delilah.
Kenya, Delilah. The way she stands is like she's saying, look, I'm taller than Dlamini. But Dlamini has been really challenging her in the air.
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, if you can't elevate higher, and I'm in front of you, it's very easy to intercept such balls. And the height difference is not that much between the two of them, actually, if you look carefully. So I think she needs to start front cutting, perhaps having to come get the ball herself instead of waiting for it. But we'll see how her game plays. Ooh, lovely shot there by Nkami.
Looks like there's a tactical change.
Eswatini making 2 changes there. Right at the back.
We just spoke of her. Looks like, does she have an injury? Not sure why they're taking her off. They're taking both off.
Both the GK as well as the Judy.
So Zile has been replaced, as well as Lindilwa. And that is the end of the first quarter. Kenya leading by 12 goals to 8. Eswatini having to crawl back into this match. We are going to take a short break, and we are going to come back with more exciting netball here at the African Netball Cup 2024 edition here in Namibia.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the beginning of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, it is Kenya versus Eswatini, and currently Kenya in the lead with 12 goals, and we see Eswatini just trailing right behind them with an 8-goal. And it is the second quarter. Eswatini takes the center pass.
I see a couple of changes being done there by Kenya. So on goalkeeper, they've brought on, that is Nokuleko. And then on goal defense, they've also made another change where they've brought in Abigail Similane. So these are the two changes they've brought on when it comes to the defenders. And it looks like they are trying to bring in a little bit of height to contain, that is the goal shooter of Kenya. Seems to
be. And Kenya currently on the attack as Eswatini did manage to score their center, and Kenya getting a penalty right under the pole and scoring that one in. It is quite
yes, it is quite an even matched game right here.
Evenly matched game, yes, thank you so much. Looks like both teams are equally matched, and they are really doing all they possibly can, especially in the defense side of things. Both teams really giving pressure to one another, making sure that the shooters of the opponent team or opposing team do not have it easy.
What did I tell you about the twins? They can't play without each other. They just know where the other one is going to poke through.
I mean, you've spent so much time with your twin than you've actually done with everybody else or everyone else there on court. So I think that combination and that connection should really be electric and very evident on court.
Oh, yes, they started their connection in the egg.
Kenya on the attack. Wing attack. Center.
Over the top, looks like Eswatini's plan is working, as the goalkeeper just got a tip on that. Nonkuleko.
Yes, Nonkuleko really giving a bit of pressure there to the shooters of Kenya. And it looks like the plan is working, like you've mentioned earlier. Eswatini really at fast pace, passing balls, trying to get them to, lovely take there from the center. A lot of hustling and both defenders out of play. Eswatini having it very easy there, and the GS seeing that one in there for Eswatini, bringing the score, ladies and gentlemen, to 14-11. Just a 3-goal difference.
Yes, definitely. They are crawling systematically back into this match, having trailed by 5, bringing one back there. So they're now trailing by 3.
That's right. Lovely elevation there from the wing attack. However, infringement was caused there.
There's a whole tussle there between the goal shooter and the goalkeeper.
Kenya's GA giving a good game face there, and Delilah actually being very proud with her attacker, with a beautiful, lovely display that they're displaying right now.
Yes, but Nokuleko is actually busy giving a lot of pressure there, and the change there by the coach has definitely paid off for Eswatini. But it looks like Kenya on defense has been on point. They are really making life very difficult for Eswatini on the front there.
Definitely, and Eswatini listen. They are center pass to Kenya right now. Kenya is going to try to broaden that goal difference even wider with every opportunity that they get. Of course, they stole that center from Eswatini. It is definitely their center pass now. Beautifully feeding their GS there, who comfortably takes it and sinks it in there for Kenya. It is 17-11, 6-goal difference.
Eswatini needs to make sure now that they actually convert their chances. and make sure their center pass is also converted. Otherwise, this is going to be a one-man show, and Kenya will take this one if they don't manage now to start making sure that each and every ball counts.
That's right. With every opportunity Eswatini gets, they really need to capitalize and convert it, most especially their centers, as turnovers are not guaranteed. They just come as bonuses. And, of course, hard work. A bit of a lean there from the goal defense.
I think the goalkeeper missed the job description. The job description is keep Delilah under control.
Put her under pressure.
What a take there by the captain, Parin Simuya.
Goal defense, a lovely, lovely job there from the...
Sorry, apologies on that one.
Kenya really showing some dominancy in the second quarter as they actually brought in that margin like I anticipated earlier, and with Eswatini really losing balls there, and I don't know what could happen for them to really catch up. But again, 5 minutes can really turn this game all the way around. But with such mistakes that they're causing, I think limiting them really will bring them closer to actually getting the 7th place.
Yeah, definitely. As you said, Kenya started the quarter with more composure, using their wing attack effectively to find openings in the Eswatini defense. But Eswatini's goalkeeper has been sensational, the one they took off, making key intercepts in the previous quarter. Not sure why they made the change on the goal defense. Must be the height issue, but they brought on someone of similar height. So the change, I'm not sure, maybe they need more attacking, or there might be another decision why they took that decision.
Only time can tell with the performances of the back side of Eswatini, but in the meantime, Eswatini definitely is on the attack. A lot of pushing there. Beautifully intercepted. I don't know why the wing attack did not see the GA trying to feed the GS, and of course the tall defenders there of Kenya got a hold of that ball, and now they're running with it.
And a mistake there by Kenya. It is a neck and neck here with both teams trading goals. Kenya has a slight edge on the attacking play, but Eswatini is quite resilient, and it is shining through. You can sense how much this win would mean to both of these teams.
Of course, it really does mean a lot to both teams. As I said earlier, not just the win and the position in this tournament, however, the ranking as well does come to play. Wing defense there, Kenya breaking her distance and awarding a penalty there for
Just
Eswatini.
look at that structure. Look at how tall she is.
She is quite tall.
I don't want to be an attacker with such a human colossal standing in front of me.
I mean, you have to work your way around it, and especially I've heard it from some players that as they are tall and they have to defend short attackers, they find it difficult because they just, roll right underneath them, and they have to do so much bending to actually try to intercept balls. But I mean, as a short attacker, you need to, at this point, play smarter, not harder, and not try to compete with the height, of course, because that already is a loss of
If it was me, I'll go under the legs.
Exactly.
If I have to, under the armpit, I'm just like a rat.
I'm sure that's what they do. I'm sure that is what they do. But with netball, I think we're just very accustomed to really long and high balls and so forth. So you really need to change your mindset there to just strategically play around those tall players on court.
On the male side, there's Lesotho, and Lesotho had a couple of short players, and they were playing just here through the legs, and that was a good tactic from the Lesotho male team.
Of course.
As they couldn't beat the Kenyans. The Kenyans were twice their height, literally twice their height. And they had to play under the legs, bounce balls, and it worked for them.
Work smarter, sometimes not harder.
But I don't want to play that Tom and Jerry game, honestly.
It will bring frustration to the defenders, the opponents. The score right now is 22-14. Kenya in the lead, and Eswatini just right behind them. And Eswatini in the goal circle. playing a bit backward. A lot of leaning from the wing defense, Kenya there. Lovely, lovely protection of the ball there by the GA Nkami Dlamini from Eswatini. She has really shown throughout this tournament very good athleticism and accurate shooting. And really, regardless of the results today, I believe she's going to be one hell of a happy player, as she really, in my understanding, really did all the best that she could possibly do.
So Kenya also having Elsa and Dong, who has been on that court for as long as I've been at this stadium. I've seen her on court for Kenya, and she has done a lot of work for Kenya in that mid-court. That is Elsa Dong.
Oh, that is very pivotal, because you really are carrying not just your team but your country all the way high.
Yes, and Irene Oteneo, also one of the players I've seen playing a lot of matches for, that is Kenya. So that combination definitely working for Kenya and not having to substitute. It looks like the Kenyan coach believes in his attack, and it's been paying off for him. If you look at the scoreline, it's 23-15 in favor of them.
That's right, and really that midcourt has been exceptional and just beautiful to watch throughout this tournament. Now these two teams will definitely end their journey here when it comes to the African Netball Cup 2024, and that is why they're battling it off very competitively here today at the Dome SWAKOPMUND Namibia.
Delilah there under the hoop, just making it look so easy. As you see in the camera there, the height deficit between Delilah and that is of Nonkuleko.
Lovely bend there from the GA Nkami, but unfortunately did not find the pole, and Kenya definitely on the rebound.
Eswatini is just becoming wasteful, and at this point they're going to lose this match if they don't pick up and ensure that they stay in the fight. It's starting to stretch now. The lead is starting to stretch, and if you at least have a 10-goal deficit, you can come back in the championship quarter, which is the third quarter,
of course,
and bring it back. But when it starts going above 15 to 20, it's a very, very difficult.
It becomes very challenging for you to really have a rebound and really have a comeback there. But Eswatini is trying to avoid all of that goal difference, as it is just a 9-goal difference. They really need to work hard just to avoid that goal gap, like you've mentioned earlier. Let's see what the coaches are actually thinking or cooking up there on the bench, just to see if they can avoid that goal difference.
Delilah converting that one for Kenya. The crowd looks eager and they're wondering, are we going to make it? Eswatini supporters, they are a bit worried, as the score right now is 26-16.
And there is the 10-goal difference that you do not want. But they are removing Nkami Dlamini, and they're introducing there a new GA. Very interesting. I did not see her miss much. However, perhaps, that was lovely played. Beautiful pass there. The GS being quite alone under the pole. Beautiful feed to her. And of course, she converts that one. That is for Eswatini. All right, and
so Sami Dlamini coming on goal attack for Eswatini. Sami, hold on, apologies. It is Londiwe that is coming on goal attack for Eswatini.
Very interesting to see there. Also curious to find out if she will bring any changes there around the goal circle of Eswatini. But I'm sure the coaches know exactly how and why they did that change. I actually thought the ball was out.
Yeah,
there goes the new GA that was just introduced now.
Tusi there can't control the passes. It's the second pass now that she has fumbled. She has to guarantee that the balls delivered to her needs to be secured and into her hands, and she also converting them.
That's right.
Tusi now taking the attempt.
And seeing it in both teams really into the game. You can tell from their facial expressions. I think as much as netball is very competitive, very physical, and also takes a mental toll on you, to a certain extent,
again, Nelly, there it goes again. We see again couldn't control the pass from her attackers. And I think the positioning of her hands is making it difficult for her to catch the ball, because the hand is flat instead of creating a bucket to control the pass.
And a lovely attempt to save that from the GD Kenya. ESWATINI did get a hold of that ball, and there was an obstruction there from the goalkeeper. Umpire advancing that ball. Time is up, but however, you need to take the penalty, and the GS definitely makes sure she converts that one. And the score currently, ladies and gentlemen, it is 26-19, and Kenya in the lead.
Yes, that is the end of the second quarter. It is halftime here at the Dome in SWAKOPMUND. It is the Africa Netball Cup 2024 female edition happening in Namibia. The score, as my co-commentator has told you, it's 26-19. Kenya leading ESWATINI. ESWATINI having to do a lot coming from the break. The coaches definitely have a lot of work from ESWATINI, and Kenya comfortably in the lead and starting to cruise to a win and become the 7th ranked team at the Cup here in at the Dome.
right, ladies and gentlemen, it is definitely the third quarter, known as the championship quarter. It is Kenya facing Eswatini, and they're starting this quarter with a 26-19 goal with Kenya in the lead. Lovely pass there to the wing attack. Kenya definitely in the white, red and green stripes, and Eswatini with the orange and white. Kenya finding it difficult there to move forward with the ball, trying to play it backwards. Miscalculation there from the wing attack.
Yes, if you've joined us, we are here at the Dome. It is the African Netball Cup 2024 female edition happening at the Dome here. And it is the final match of the day, Nali.
That is right, and these two teams currently are fighting for 7th and 8th position, and Kenya currently in the lead with a comfortable 27-19 goals. And I see there has been a few changes there. Jimmy, please introduce us to the new players and their positions.
So on center they've brought on Mary Otuneo, and then on wing attack they've moved Elsa to wing attack. So Elsa has moved from center to wing attack, and then they brought on so on center they have brought on Mary Otuneo, and then Elsa Ndong has moved to wing attack.
All right, there you have it. And of course, if you're joining us, we are at the Dome, SWAKOPMUND Namibia, and it is the last game for today, and it's a bit of a sweet moment here as these two teams are battling for the 7th and 8th position, and it will definitely be their last show here for this tournament. But please do stay tuned, as we will introduce to you tomorrow's games and the lineup. And if you find yourself in the coastal town of SWAKOPMUND, you still do have time to come and enjoy those games. Eswatini currently on the attack.
And let's take a moment to discuss tomorrow's event. It is the big ones. It is the Giants clashing tomorrow here at the Dome.
SPAR Protea against the She Cranes. That is South Africa against Uganda. I think it's a little bit personal.
It is
think it will be personal.
It is 1 and 2 of Africa taking each other on.
Of course, and no predicaments on my side. Anything you want to add to that side?
No, for me it's very exciting to see the Titans. They were top of their pools, obviously, and have made it through the semis as well. So tomorrow's game between the SPAR Proteas and the She Cranes of Uganda is going to be one of those exciting games, you can't miss. It's a curtain closer for the year for netball.
Definitely is a curtain closer, and it's an innovation game for tomorrow. And with South Africa not having lost a game in this tournament, and the She Cranes of Uganda having felt a defeat there from Zimbabwe early in the tournament, but that did not stop them from winning the rest of their games.
Yes, and despite that final there between the ladies' teams, also exciting stuff happening tomorrow. That is the final of the men.
That is right, and the men also will be taking center stage tomorrow on this very court, and I'm quite excited to see the action here. And please let us know who will be taking the finals tomorrow.
So Eswatini, surprise package. Yes, definitely. I expected Zimbabwe to go through, and Eswatini came through. They're in the final, and they're meeting the undefeated defending champions, that is South Africa. So it's going to be a tight contest.
I'm here for it. I'm loving every moment here. I'm right center stage here, and really bringing this to you is definitely a privilege. And thank you to Deb Marine once more for making this possible, along with Netball Namibia and African Netball. Back to the game. It is Kenya facing Eswatini with a 28-23 goal difference. Eswatini minimizing that goal difference to just 5 in such a short span of time.
And that is netball for you. The game can swing someone's way and then immediately swing back the other way.
That's right.
And that is what's going on.
You can never celebrate too early. And then Eswatini having another turnover there for them. Losing that ball there.
Crucial ball there to bring them back into the game.
Kenya definitely trying to make use of this opportunity.
As you can hear in the background, the Eswatini male team that is in the final tomorrow, making noise, supporting the female compatriots here, and hoping they can turn this match around. It's only 5 goals the difference. The ball is with Kenya though, but they have brought down the deficit from 10 to 5.
And that is really important, and definitely this quarter, I'm not quite sure why this quarter is a determining quarter in most cases, but I mean, I've seen the fourth quarter with things changing around in a different direction as well, but this championship quarter really does set the tone to see how well or how not well one finishes the game.
Yeah, no, definitely. But in most aspects, this is where the experience comes through, and where the other team starts dominating, and they just squandered that one day, and this was the chance they had to bring back this game. Now the game is again stretching out away from them.
With a lovely intercept there from the Kenyan side of things, and them finding it a little bit difficult to break through the defense there of Eswatini, but they're definitely determined to make sure that they do score this one. Beautiful feed there to the GS. GK trying to just a little bit of a change there, trying to bully the GS, but Delilah takes it, asks for position, takes a beautiful lip, and beautifully sinks it in there.
Yes, definitely. And Eswatini came out firing here in the third quarter. Although they have tightened up their defense and finding their rhythm on attack. And their goal shooters also is stepping up and converting under pressure, but there's still too many mistakes from them. And that is my problem.
Yeah, and Kenya isn't making it easy though. They are using the experience to control the pace of the game, but Eswatini's energy is unmatched right now. This is shaped up to be a thrilling final, quarter.
No, this is a build-up to the final quarter. I'm still expecting some fireworks in this game as Eswatini pulls one back. It is now 6 goals the difference. Still a good margin. It's their center pass, so they can bring it back to 5 again.
And it is their center pass. I mean, this is the opportunity presented to them that they really, really need to utilize and capitalize on. Eswatini playing a little bit backwards. There are a lot of movement in their goal third. The shooters trying to really come through with this one.
It seems to me Coach Maisile knows what they're doing in their camp. The change is definitely bringing a change to the game here.
Those changes really are making a difference, I see. From a 10-goal difference right down to just a 5-goal difference, and if Kenya is not careful here, Eswatini will definitely have one over them and utilize this opportunity being given to them, because it's really playing very well, and especially the defense in the Kenyan circle, really doing the utmost best there, giving the shooters pressure, but Delilah definitely having one over them as far as height is concerned. She's really using that to her advantage. And there you have it, 31 to 25.
6 goals the difference. That is what the scoreline is here at the Dome. Kenya, Eswatini taking each other on 7th and 8th position. If you've just joined us from home, you're live on NBC Sports.
A bit of a hand there in the opponent's bib. I'm not sure if it was intentional or it's just with the hands that are just picking and poking in every direction that they possibly can. It is definitely a penalty awarded to Eswatini. Eswatini still... Oh, what a tussle there. I always call it a beautiful war here on court. It's very joyous to watch. It's very entertaining. And Eswatini sinks this one in again. And they're really trying to keep that margin very, very, very minimal as much as they possibly can.
Well, Nelly, war is war. Beautiful or ugly, it's still war. And that is what is happening here.
That's
as
right.
you can see, another contest there.
Beautiful balance there by the wing attack.
And right now,
Rather
the players are going for each and every ball. They're contesting each and every ball.
Absolutely.
Nothing is left unattended here on this field right now.
Delilah definitely getting that overhead pass has been since the first quarter, and she manages to get it, but I don't know if the GK can work around those passes and try to intercept any, but it might not be easy, but it would be good to try.
When the goal shooters that told, the best option is for you to use your mid-court to start to work harder for the balls and to turn over the balls mid-court instead of in the circle. And Eswatini's mid-court has been working extra hard trying to get some mistakes out of Kenya, which hasn't happened a lot, but they have had a couple of chances to turn the ball through that pressure that they are applying in the mid-court.
In the mid-court, that's right. A bit of a poke there from the center, winning that ball there for Eswatini, and they need to work on those balls. They need to really work on those balls, because those are the balls that just get a little bit of a tap and a bit of a poke there that actually wins Kenya those balls. So Eswatini really need to work on those passes just to get those turnovers and then to work for them.
No, definitely, as I mentioned, winning the game is required by them, but it can only happen if the midcourt works extra hard and is in between the passes and making himself a nuisance in that center third before the ball reaches the goal circle.
A lovely, lovely tap there from the GD. Eswatini, and they score 28 to 32. Really trying to keep that goal margin there, just between 5 and 6. And they've been doing a consistent job in this quarter, but I think they need to turn around a few more balls just to see if they can come closer or even equalize with Kenya.
Well, this is a chance for them to bring it down to 3 goals, the deficit, and such things.
And unfortunately, that chance is not going to be the center pass, unless perhaps there's a turnover from their side, perhaps an intercept. Beautifully done so, but unfortunately, it was definitely an error there in the goal third.
The Simbanza twins have been very consistent for Eswatini. Unfortunately, they're making a mistake on that pass now, but they've been very, very consistent for Eswatini.
That is
they've
right.
been contributing a lot, an immense contribution from them towards the success of the team.
Lovely. Always visible on court, always available, always attacking and driving the game. Really an excellent job there from the twins. It is Kenya at the center. Lovely play there, beautiful escape there to the baseline, GA Kenya.
So for those that have just joined us, welcome. That is to the African Netball Cup Female Edition in Namibia at the Dome in SWAKOPMUND.
And Eswatini not having the most tallest shooters here. Really, really very amazing to see them utilize every opportunity that they get. It is Eswatini against Kenya, and Eswatini really is fighting tooth and nail to actually work hard for that 7th place. However, Kenya currently is in the lead, and Eswatini just a few goals of 5 away from Kenya, just to catch up and see if they can exceed that goal difference. Right now, we just have under just over 1 minute before this quarter comes to an end. Beautiful decision made there by the center. Eswatini looks for her goal defense, finds the GA. Back to the goal defense, but then there's an obstruction there from the center. Wing attack takes that penalty, finds the GA. Those passes are the ones that I was just talking about. They really need to work on those passes if they don't want to lose a lot of these opportunities to Kenya.
What a pass there on across the court to their wing defense by one of the twins. That was Lamini receiving it on the other side. And as you can see, there's so much movement in one corner. They're not opening up the field.
Seems like the Kenyans.
Nice pass there.
Beautiful, beautiful pass there.
What a feed there.
And what a miss.
right under the pole. We just spoke about that one.
Underestimating the pole.
Yes. The eyes are saying it's 2 meters, but the pole is 3 meters.
Yes, that's true. I mean, really, that is where you also utilize your 3 seconds and just carefully make sure that you're reducing that. I mean, really, they need these goals. Another miss there. Not quite sure whether GK did not actually catch that one, but lucky, thanks to the gods, it is the end of this third quarter, and 35-29, still Kenya in the lead.
Yes, as you heard there, that is the score line. 35-29 is the score line here at the Dome. It is Kenya versus Eswatini. They're playing out for the 7th and 8th position, as well as the rankings are trying to rack up some points. That is towards their rankings in Africa and the world at large. We will be back shortly. Please do not move a muscle. Still another quarter left of this match before we conclude day 5 here at the Dome.
Lovely, excellent, exciting moments here at the Dome MTC SWAKOPMUND. It is Kenya facing Eswatini for their final quarter. And Kenya with the lead of 35 points and Eswatini 29. It is the final quarter, as I've announced earlier, and these two teams are fighting for 7th and 8th place for the last 15 minutes. Let's see what they have in store for us.
Yes, Nelly, and a couple of changes coming through there for Eswatini. They're moving Teresa back to goalkeeper, and then they're moving Irene to wing defense, and then on goal defense they're putting back the goal attack that started the game, that is Helen, is moving to goal defense. So let me repeat that. On goalkeeper, they're introducing Teresa, and then on goal defense, they're introducing Helen, who was basically the goal attack for Eswatini. And then on wing defense, they're bringing on Irene, who was the wing attack.
Interesting move there from the Eswatini side of things. It is the last 15 minutes. I really hope it does work in their favor. Quite a shift. And there goes another goal there for Eswatini. 35 to 29. Sorry, my apologies. 35 to 30. That 5-goal difference could be minimized should Eswatini make sure that they actually do capitalize on the center.
All right, also changes happening on the other side as well. The goal defense for Eswatini being introduced in Sami, who was the goal attack. So the goal attack in Sami, who started on goal attack the match, is now on goal defense. That is for Eswatini.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is definitely the final line up there for Eswatini. Very minimal to none change from the Kenyan side.
I mentioned a couple of changes.
That's right.
They have actually 3 changes.
They have 3 changes.
Yes, because they have introduced Teresa, that came on goalkeeper, and then they also brought on goal defense Helen back. Helen, who was on goal attack, and then they also brought on wing defense. They also brought there Irene, who was on wing attack. Those are the changes by the Kenyans.
Wow. Those are actually a lot of changes there, but I see a bit of turning and tossing there, a bit of pushing. Penalty there for Kenya.
Because it looks like Irene is on center.
Eswatini on the attack. Long, very, very fast passes there. Perhaps they want to slow that one down just to successfully make sure indeed that every ball counts. Both shooters at the same side. Bit of a push there. Lovely contesting there. Penalty awarded, and of course the GA Kamid Lamini takes the penalty and makes sure she sings it in there for Eswatini. Eswatini really keeping the goal margin to just 5, and right now they've minimized it to 4. And Kenya definitely need to see whether or not they can open up that the goal gap if they really want to successfully take the 7th place, because Eswatini will not make it any easier for them.
Well, the scoreline definitely a reflection of the match. It has been a battle, arm wrestle between the two, mud wrestle actually, and the score 37-32.
Really not bad at all. Really, really not bad. I think both teams really equally matched, as we mentioned earlier in the game. And these are the type of beautiful wars that we'd like to see, and not just have one team over the other and just, you know, making it a bit of a boring team match rather. But Eswatini really fighting tooth and nail, really just to make sure that they try to convert every goal they can. But the Kenyan defenders are just not making it easy for them.
Definitely the Kenyan defense there making life very difficult, especially now Teresa that has been introduced on goalkeeper, putting a lot of pressure there on the Eswatini attack, and the goal defense also, that is Helen, who was shooting earlier on now. And it's so nice to see versatility within the players, going from goal attack to goalkeeper.
Absolutely, absolutely. We did see a few goal shooters going to goalkeeping. I mean, really, versatility is quite important in this sports game of netball.
But the interesting fact, though, is that once you play a shooter or once you play defense, you know what the other one is doing. It makes it easier for you to adjust from goalkeeper to goal attack, for example, because you just know what the shooter does, or you know what a defender does. And another mistake there by Kenya, allowing Eswatini now, and that was a good pickup there.
Lovely, lovely pickup there, and decision making, especially from the GA. Kavi really, really hustling there trying to get as many goals as you possibly can in this last and final quarter. Takes that penalty and sinks it in there for Eswatini. Believe it or not, we just have a 3-goal difference.
Eswatini center pass, they can bring it back to 2.
A lot of contesting there. And Kavin Dlamini takes this one and she minimizes it to just 2-goal difference. Could this be what Eswatini has been waiting for? I think it's just a matter of just under 9 minutes to see whether or not that is actually possible.
So it is the last quarter, and it's about to be decided who will be 7th in Africa at the Africa Netball Cup 2024. Kenya is holding on to a narrow lead, but Eswatini throwing everything at them, determined to turn the tide.
The pressure definitely is mounting and both teams are feeling it. Kenya's shooters are staying calm under pressure, but Eswatini's transitions are keeping them in striking distance. This is what netball is all about, passion, grit and determination.
Yes, definitely, Nelly. It is what it is about, and it's so beautiful to see that even a 7th and 8th position is being contested.
And Eswatini getting another opportunity there to really bring this down to just 1-goal difference. I mean, it is some exciting moments there for Eswatini. Like I mentioned earlier, they are yet to win a game in this tournament, and I think this win really will mean so much to them, not only just in this tournament, but however for the rankings.
You know, exciting stuff happening here, and we said they can still make it, and they've crawled way back from 10-goal deficit, and now they're within range of 2, and actually about to convert this one and bring it down to 1, and it is their center pass, and they can actually take this to a draw.
What a comeback from the Eswatini. Ooh, I think they missed
All right,
that
there's a
whistle.
tactical change happening, so they'll come back for their center pass. A lot of changes happening. Looks like
Kenya is really making all the different changes that they possibly can, and I believe they've actually made a lot of changes right at the introduction of the fourth quarter. One would think that was satisfactory, but then I see they're bringing more changes.
I see Irene went back on wing attack, and then I see also Elson Dong came back on center.
Could this be the equalizer that Eswatini has been trying for? Just after this whistle, we will find out.
So there's changes there by Kenya. Obviously, the coach now needs to try to rescue this match as they were in control. And now it looks like Eswatini is about to take it to a draw.
And yes, they equalize at 37 apiece, like you said, from a 10-goal deficit. Tongue twister there. Deficit, and now bringing it to an equalizer with a 37 points each. Eswatini really giving a great comeback, giving Kenya a runner for that 7th position. It is just under 6 minutes before this quarter ends, but then a lot can happen between that. And you know what I've noticed before you talk to us about those technical changes there is that the short pass rule that was introduced recently doesn't seem to apply at this tournament.
It does. The rule basically just says that a defender must be able to pass through the two of you making the attempt. So it's heated here, and they've brought on Doreen on goal attack. That is the change they've made, and I've mentioned already that they took Irene back to wing attack, and they brought Elsa Dong back on center. So those are the changes, and they're trying to save the match. It's a 1-point deficit now between the two. It's gonna be goal for goal. Whoever makes a mistake is gonna lose this one.
Kenya just 38 there. Eswatini center pass.
Great matchup here between Kenya and Eswatini. Eswatini just one behind, and it is their center pass in their position at the moment, and they can convert it, and they'll be draw again.
And Kami really, really making her team proud here. Lovely, lovely movement there from her, making sure that, again, goal for goal, 38 apiece. And Kenya definitely in the attack. Lovely, lovely,
and
lovely
a turnover there by the goalkeeper.
Beautiful, beautiful sportsmanship being shown on court right now.
Wow, what a take.
Ooh.
And they fumble it. Oh my
and
word.
They fumble it right in the center.
At the dying moments almost of the game here, you can see how the fans are behind Eswatini here. Who's
That's
behind?
Right. And Kenya having to win that one back.
Kenya needs to keep composure now. This is critical. This is critical. Delilah cannot miss this one. Easy does it.
Easy does it.
It's a Eswatini center pass.
That's right.
If you have just joined us, it's an action-packed match here between Eswatini.
Beautifully timed there. And umpire having, match official having a word there.
A turnover there by Kenya.
Kenya.
It is going to be Kenya's turnover, and it is exciting stuff here. Kenya about to take the lead with 2 goals. It was a center pass of Eswatini. Not so much time left.
Missing that one.
A contact call there against the defense.
Yes, that's right. Another penalty. Giving Delilah this opportunity to actually have that 2-goal lead.
This is like a telenovela here at the Dome. It is drama. It is drama. The acting here is on the court, and I'm telling you, you can't miss a moment. The episode, the first episode, third, fourth, we're in the last episode, final closure episode of
and we are about
this
to start
match.
the new season and the final season tomorrow. So please, the drama here is quite entertaining yet electrifying at the same time. And it is Kenya against Eswatini, with Kenya 40-38 Eswatini.
Eswatini gave it their all, and the contact call. It swings the other way now.
It swings another different direction now from the Kenyan
just
side.
Keeps getting better
of
and
course,
better.
Eswatini, should they score this one, it will be their center pass, and that is an opportunity for them to yet again equalize.
The pressure, I don't want to be on that court. The pressure right now on those players is phenomenal. As you can see, they're trying to keep it safe, don't want to lose the ball, and they don't want to gamble. Contact there.
Called against the Kenyan. Seems that she's perfectly fine and she can continue the game. Beautiful move there from the GA.
What a matchup here at the Dome. They played back, can't find options on the front.
I mean, at this point, there is no rush. It's just for them to successfully sink this one in, as well as their next center. So I think this could also be strategic.
It could be, but time is also running out, as they still have to take a center pass to bring the game to a draw.
I mean, it's just over 2 minutes.
Not sure of the competition rules. Oh, are they going to go for golden goal? They should.
She still gets that center as the GK just broke her defense. And she sinks that one in.
And it's their center pass. They have a chance to bring this to a draw. Are we going to see the first extra time here at the Dome at the African Netball Cup 2024? I hope so.
And in just 1 minute 55 seconds, that will be determined by how both teams really do play. Beautiful, beautiful play there from the GA. Eswatini really been driving this game and hustling for every goal that she possibly can get. Will she equalize? She misses that one and does not go for the
she
rebound.
Just missed that one, and Kenya has a chance now to keep the lead and to extend their lead to 2. Center pass is there, so if they can secure this one, long pass over there into the pocket,
long
and a
ball
long
there.
ball into the
Beautifully paused there to the GA,
and
who
Kenya extends the lead to 2 goals, and it's their center pass. The drama continues here.
Last episode for
with
tonight.
Time running out here at the Dome. Eswatini trailing by 2 goals and requiring a quick turnover.
I mean, you can't say Eswatini did not try this. They really did fight.
They gave everything.
They gave it their all. With just a few seconds to spare, Kenya is back in the lead. It is the Eswatini center pass.
Eswatini center pass, and the pressure is on Eswatini now. to ensure that they can score this one and possibly maybe turn another ball to be back in the game. They squandered one, which costed them. Goal attack couldn't convert earlier on, but Kenya keeping composure under pressure from Eswatini. Onslaught from Eswatini. Time is held. Seems to be a bip that fell off. In your shot there, one of the twins.
Really, really grasping for air there, as it definitely is an intense game. Like I said, just a few seconds to spare. Will Eswatini, of match official says take it all the way back. The center being positioned there. Bad decision
And
there from the wing
she
attack.
is forced, unfortunately, to make that pass due to the 3 seconds. The GA was open, couldn't see her. And now Kenya is going to cruise to a victory here. You can hear how loud the spectators are.
Look at that lightning speed from the Kenyans.
And they're going to finish off this game. And the
And
result
Delilah
definitely. Delilah
sings that one
converts.
as well. A lovely, lovely play there from the Kenyans. I think they are already feeling it and already celebrating. As you can see, the Kenyan male team right behind their female team. It is the Kenyan center.
The composure of Kenya, they were under pressure. They were almost overtaken. It was draw at a time. They were leading with 10 at a time, and now they have kept that composure.
That's right.
And that is
there
the
you have
end.
it of this dramatic episode of a telenovela, like you put it earlier. Definitely congratulations there to the Kenyan team taking over the 7th place, and Eswatini taking the 8th place. Beautiful, beautiful war today. Lovely, lovely time that we've had here at the Dome, SWAKOPMUND.
Yes, what an incredible day. End of day 5. Kenya secures their first win of the tournament, finishing 7th, while Eswatini putting on a valiant fight and cannot hold their heads high.
It's been a day of drama and surprises with Namibia's upset over Zambia and this hard-fought battle to conclude the action. But don't go anywhere. The final day of the tournament promises even more excitement.
That's right. The men to take on the spotlight with South Africa facing Eswatini in the male final. And then we have Zimbabwe and Malawi battling for 3rd place in the women's division before the grand final. Uganda versus South Africa for the championship title for the crown of Africa. What a way to wrap up this incredible tournament.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for the thrilling conclusion to the African Netball Championships 2024.
Thank you, and good night from the Dome. We are out.
Peace out.
And there we have it, the final game of the playoffs day. Day 5 ends with Kenya being victorious over ESWATINI. Now I am joined by the captain of Kenya. Congratulations and ending day 5 with a victory.
Thank you so much. I feel humbled as a team, on behalf of the team, because it hasn't been easy. All the matches has been hard luck for us. But today, God has granted us the victory, and we are so much grateful. Yes.
How would you conclude or sum up your tournament in general for Kenya at this year's Netball Africa Cup?
Thank you so much. Our performance hasn't been that good as we expected, but we've learned a lot, and there are so many takeaways that we're going to go with it, so that we may better our game. And come the next tournament, I believe through what we've learned throughout this tournament, we're going to do better.
Best of luck and safe travels for the remainder of the year for you guys as Kenya as well.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. There you have it, of course, the captain of Kenya walking victorious with their last win against ESWATINI. Now, talking about ESWATINI, I am joined by the captain. Unfortunately, it ends on a bittersweet note for you guys. Talk to us about that match.
Well, I must say I'm disappointed. My team gave it all out. We tried our best. We were all out. And the girls showed they wanted to win this game, but I guess it wasn't our time.
Very last dying minutes of that game, you guys managed to pull it off just to come back within 1 point, but it wasn't to be. What do you think just cost you at the very end?
I guess we weren't good enough because we equalized towards the last quarter. Then again, they took our center pass, so I'm just disappointed.
Enjoy your rest of the time in Namibia, and we'll be seeing you at the closing ceremony.
Thank you so much. See you.
There you have it. ESWATINI and Kenya wraps up day 5 here in SWAKOPMUND at the Dome in Namibia. Now, of course, tomorrow is action-packed from early morning as at 10 o'clock. We start off the day with a 3 versus 4 plate final, of course, for playoffs for the ladies. That will be Zimbabwe taking on Malawi. At 12 o'clock, we will have the men's final with South Africa taking ESWATINI on. So ESWATINI, not all is lost just yet, as the men are still having an opportunity to maybe play it out against South Africa. And talking about South Africa, they will be facing Uganda in the women's final, and that is at 2 o'clock right here at the Dome in SWAKOPMUND. So do come through if you find yourself in the vicinity, or just tune into your favorite channel. It's, of course, MBC2 to catch all the action. And that's it from us here, from me and the entire crew here in SWAKOPMUND. Until day 6, it's goodbye for now.